A very, very good afternoon, Namibia, and welcome to the UNAM Stadium right here in the heart of Windhoek. We're going to bring you another clash in the Namibia Premier Football League between UNAM and that is KK Palace, traveling all the way that is from the north. Now, this battle is going to be an interesting one as the game before ended in a goalless draw between KK, that is looking at Ashoke Chula Chula and FC Ongos in a goalless draw. Now here, anything can happen. And if KK Palace do win, we'll see them in a better position to that is stay also within the title race. It will remain open after, of course, the few results we've had with last night's one ending in a 1-1 draw between African Stars and Bucks Buccaneers. So the draw really, or the table really looks interesting at a particular moment heading into this encounter here in the capital, where the UNAM are trying to stay within, of course, the top 8. So far, they are number 8 on the table coming into this weekend with a log stand. That's how it looks for them right now. If they do, of course, win this encounter, they could move up or stay in their position depending on how the other games are going to be ending by the end, of course, of today's encounters and the end of the weekend. But for now, we're going to be seeing a game that will have a lot of unpredictability, seeing that both sides are eager to get a victory in this one. So it's going to be an exciting game to watch here, with UNAM playing the Clever Boys really having home ground advantage and having to maximize the opportunities, of course, so that is get the encounter. The teams will be coming out of the tunnel now. We're going to be seeing UNAM FC side, the Clever Boys, taking on KK Palace all the way from the north. We will give it over to that is commentary.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the UNAM Stadium, where we will be bringing you live coverage that is of UNAM FC, also well known as the Clever Boys, taking on that is KK Palace, that is King Kaluma Palace Football Club here at the UNAM Stadium. It's about to be a bumper match, which just followed. That is a match that ended in a stalemate. That is, of course, the match that just took place between Chula Chula as well as Ongos FC. As you can see there, it's a packed stadium here at UNAM Stadium. My name is Setsen Nishidimwa, and I will be bringing you that is the live commentary. Joining me here in the commentary booth is, of course, none other than Marvin Katire, former stalwart of that is Black Africa. Marvin, welcome.
Thank you, Setsen, and good afternoon to everyone there. It's a good atmosphere here at the UNAM Stadium as well. The weather, it's weathering.
Yes. That is a good way to put it. I mean, Marvin, you have, that is, of course, UNAM that are currently placed position 8, and of course, taking on that is KK Palace that are positioned, that is in the 4th position. What do you make of this game? Is it a game where, KK Palace should take it easy and try not to lose it, considering they are playing away? Or how do you think they ought to set up for this game?
I think the two teams are the king of the draws. Both of them, they have the biggest draws. UNAM has 13 draws versus KK Palace of 11 draws. Yeah, so I think it will be a big one. If KK Palace manage to collect 6 points here today, they will be in the top 3.
Of course, and there you have, of course, the teams coming out there, about to line up. There you have, that is the UNAM and both the KK Palace players about to enter the field. And, of course, lining up there for this clash here at the UNAM Stadium. There, of course, you have the UNAM players just, greeting that is the match officials for the day. It is indeed a packed stadium here. You, of course, still have time to make your way here. And, of course, there you have the starting lineup. That is of UNAM FC, the notable ever-present Amutenya captains. That is UNAM FC. And, of course, you have the current in form, Vino Mandero, leading the line there, that is for UNAM. And of course, not forgetting Nesta Iyambo, that's the jersey number 10, the ever skillful Nesta Iyambo, that is on the wing of UNAM FC. There, of course, you have the match official just giving, that is the rules to the captains here, just telling them he wants a clean game and that, yeah, he wants a fair game. And there, of course, our match officials for the day is none other than Mr. Eriki Mateus, Vaino Vilho, and the ever-experienced Mr. Hurika and Sam Shindobo. If you are in Windhoek, you can still make your way here to UNAM Stadium. There you have the KK Palace starting lineup. You have, of course, the ever-present Hambongo there in the jersey number 10. And, of course, there you also have Shanika earning his starting right, of course, after such a great game that he had, that is last week against mighty Gunners. Of course, you also have the ever-present Mundingi that is in goal. This is the jersey number 1 for KK Palace. And with, of course, Shibute leading the lineup with the hope of course, scoring more goals here, with KK Palace currently standing on 30 goals for the season. Marvin, just looking at those lineups, I mean, how have the two teams set up in terms of, just their approach to this game?
You can see it's a square off. Both teams are using the 4-2-3-1 system. Both of them with two defensive midfielders, just to protect the defense. It's a clear indication why they have drawn so many games is because of the compactness of the defense. They have over 6 players that are defending that goal. So meaning that it's very difficult to penetrate them or to score against both of them. So today I'm just expecting a bit of, because they need to come out.
Of course.
They need the 3 points. Both teams need the 3 points to remain in the top 8 for UNAM and top 3 for KK Palace.
Of course, let us see which coach's tactic will be put to full display. And there we go. The match has officially kicked off. That is with UNAM. And they started spreading the ball. We have Paula Somtenya. That's a foul there almost. Yeah. Referee says play on there. There you have Erastus Malundu. That is a goalkeeper of UNAM. And spreading the play, that is to Ekanjo Iyambo. UNAM, of course, a team well known for playing out from the back, and maybe a little too casual there. That is by Iyambo Ekanjo. And that's the first throw in, that is for KK Palace. Taken, of course, by Philippus. KK Palace playing out from the back there with their captain. Yes, Marvin?
You can see both teams how they are sitting deep in their halves, just to allow the other teams to play the ball from behind. But they are only allowing the defense to play the balls. As soon as that ball transition into the midfielders, then you start seeing the midfield pressing.
Of course. And then, of course, you have Ambongo trying to press there, but Ekanjo being calm and collected on the ball, and he spreads it there to Nesta. Nesta gets the ball back there in the box, and he puts in a cross, and that's the first corner that is for UNAM FC. UNAM earned themselves the first corner of the match. UNAM immediately making their intentions clear here. And they played short there. UNAM dispossessed their great defense, that is by KK Palace, of course, and now it's a goal kick. I could say that's definitely a corner chance wasted by UNAM there. I mean, they had an opportunity to knock that ball into the box and see what the KK Palace defense is made of. But instead, they decided to play short. And now KK Palace are on the ball. There you have Ambunga. What a pass there by Ambunga. What a pass. And he plays it back there. And of course, KK Palace take it all the way back to their goalkeeper and trying to play out from the back there. Marvin, again, to your point, it seems the teams are trying to play out from defense there.
Yes, no, definitely. I think that's both teams' approaches, but as you can see, UNAM's plays with wing backs instead of
Of course.
fullbacks. So you can see how advanced their fullbacks are, especially when they are starting the ball from behind.
Another throwing that is for UNAM FC. Being taken, that is by Simon Daniel. And he spreads it, that is to Joseph Bonifatius. And Ambongo gets the ball here far wide. Let us see what he'll be able to manufacture from here. It's a cross, not good enough. It's cleared there by the UNAM defense, and it's back to KK Palace.
So you can see the creativity from KK Palace. As soon as they get into the attacking thing, I think they are lacking a creativity so early in the start of the game, because every time they go back to start the game.
Paulus, what a pass there. He gives it to Ney. What a shot! Almost a goal there. That is by the inform Vino Mandero Kanjo. That was a good driving force there. There you have it, of course. Vino Mandero, of course, taking a shot there, just slightly wide. I mean, Marvin, that was an opportunity to go one ahead already.
100%. I think that's one thing he's very good at, Vino Mandero, to taking chances. He needs to take those chances. I know it's off target, but it was a good chance to take as well.
No, definitely. UNAM immediately making their intentions clear there. There you have, of course, that is Bonifatius Joseph putting his body on the line there. Kanjo puts the ball down and gives it to Paulus. Simon Daniel dispossessed there. And it's a throwing for UNAM again. There you have Joseph Bonifatius. And he gives the ball to Nesta Yambo. Nesta Yambo spreads the ball wide. And it's Paulus on the ball now. There you have Nesta on the ball again. Nesta on the ball. He's looking for the shot.
Such a lovely player to watch, Nesta. He's so confident. He's so slick with his touches. He advances the ball into the attacking third so fast.
And Marvin, I mean, that's exactly what you need in this game. Eh? Somebody that will say, give me the ball, let me do the running, let me take on the players. That is exactly the confidence you need, isn't it?
100%, 100%. Especially that you have Paulus that can cover so much ground. For you as a creative player, all you need to do is get that ball, get into the 18 box of the opponent.
There you have UNAM again building up from the back, and Nesta on the ball.
And once again, Zetsen, Nesta, he gets into those pockets. He's always available to receive the ball. He's really making the play for the team.
This can definitely not be a coincidence. This looks like something they've trained on the training ground, and it's definitely proving to be in positive effect here during the game. And there you have KK Palace with a throwing there. KK Palace spreads the ball to the back there. And that is, of course, Philippus on the ball. And he loses it to Paule Samtenya. There you have Simon Daniel. Paule Samtenya on the ball again. Simon Daniel with an opportunity to whip in across there. And he wins the throwing. That is for UNAM FC.
There is nothing there. Come.
UNAM will, of course, be looking to turn these many draws into a win. I mean, UNAM have, that is 13 draws for this season. That is quite a significant number of games, or rather points lost. They just picked up some of the points, and that's why they find themselves languishing. That is in the 8th position, and they'll of course look to do at least as good as they did last season. Of course, finishing 5th last season. Of course, they will look to do just as good or better. There you have Hambongo on the ball for KK Palace, and he takes on Simon Daniel. Simon Daniel removes the ball from him, and there is Paule Samtenya earning a foul. That is for UNAM FC and giving them an opportunity to build up from the back again. I mean, Marvin, if there's anything that UNAM have showed us with all of these draws is that they are also not conceding too many goals. I mean, they've conceded 16 goals for the season, which is, the 3rd best defensive record, only short of African Stars and Chula Chula, who are top of the log.
100%. You can see even in this game, they are not allowing KK Palace through the middle. Yes, there is space on the wide, on the wings, but they are not allowing anyone to penetrate them. And UNAM has lost 5 games. And the team that's leading the log, KK Palace, have lost their similar goals. So it's because of the draws. They have drawn so many games. And the other team is KK Palace. KK Palace lost 4 games. Because of those 11 draws, they find themselves in the fourth position. Yeah.
I mean, those are 26 points lost for UNAM in terms of those draws. There you have, of course, KK Palace on the ball. And they look for their number 10, that is Hambongo. And ball dispossessed again, and it's a throwing there. That is for UNAM, for KK Palace. Hambongo whips in across. And the ball is, of course, with Andreas far out on the right wing. And Andreas gives it to Bongani. Tabak whips in the ball again, and he gives it to Hambongo. And he's offside here. And of course, you can see with KK Palace, they're trying to locate Hambongo with every ball, because he is definitely their danger man there, Marvin.
Yes, definitely. But you can just watch UNAM, how they are closing up. They are closing in the middle, so that even if the ball goes to Hambongo, it's very far and it's away from the goal. I think their defensive or their approach towards that defense, it's quite good. The only thing that KK Palace really needs to do, once Hambongo gets the ball, they need to get closer to him so that they can start playing combination play.
Because right now he finds himself very much isolated.
100%.
Of course, too casual there, that is by Kanjo Iyambo. Tabang whips in a ball there, well defended. Well defended by Onesmus Martin. KK Palace dispossesses the ball that is from UNAM, and they have an opportunity to go for it again. It's a pass there. That pass, of course, almost locating Andreas, who found himself almost one-on-one, that is with the UNAM FC goalkeeper. These are just some warning shots, that is by KK Palace, to say that they have the ability to knock the ball on top of the UNAM defense there. Another cross, that is by KK Palace. A shot! Bongani with a shot towards the UNAM goal there, but just a little wide. That is from the target. KK Palace, of course, knocking on the door again. I think Marvin, KK Palace getting, more and more into the game as time goes, it seems.
Yes. As you can see, as it's the transition, they're switching the ball from one side to the other, and the cutback, where Andreas found himself open on top of the 18 box.
Definitely well played there by KK Palace, and they end themselves a free kick. And there you have it again. Just that a repeat of that foul by Vino Mandero. And in KK Palace, there is a free kick and an opportunity to build, of course, from the back.
Chicos, the ball is here.
That ball goes all the way to Erastus Mulundu. And he plays it, of course, to Ekanjo Iyambo. Beautiful turn there by Paulus. There you have Nesta Iyambo on the ball again, trying to locate Paulus again, but that pass just too far ahead of him there. And there you had that cross there, locating Andreas, and that shot was just a little over the bar there.
Yeah, the cutback, the third man run. You can see where Andreas was coming from. That third man run.
Another ball knocked to the top there. And there, of course, you have, that is Joseph Bonifatius. Very comfortable clearing the ball, but giving it straight back to KK Palace. Bonifatius with the ball again, and he plays it this time to Simon Daniel. Simon gives it to Ekanjo, and Ekanjo tries to find his captain. Fantastic. That is Paulo Samtenya. Vino Mandero there, tasked with hold-up play. I mean, Marvin, you have Vino Mandero up front there as a lone striker. I mean, it must be hard, being up there alone, of course. And the ball hardly comes, but when it comes, you need to be switched on.
100%, because the way UNAM plays, they tend to use wide spaces to create their goals. But as you can see, the crosses are not.
Nice cross there. That is to Simon Daniel. Simon Daniel whips it back. Nesta not quite finding his bearings there, or rather Siririka was the one with an opportunity, but he hit it too far wide. And Marvin, that's just testament to what you just said now again. I mean, UNAM enjoy playing it from out wide.
Yeah, and you can see, you saw the third man run, that late run into the box.
Into the box.
That makes a huge difference. It's so difficult for the defenders to pick you up as well, because you are coming into the box very late and you are on your full speed as well. That's why they couldn't even pick up Siririka.
Another throwing, of course, for UNAM there. And there you have some of the KK Palace supporters, very worried with that opportunity that Siririka has just received now.
And as you can see, Vixen is in the similar predicament like Vino Mandero. It's now 16 minutes, and it's his second touch of the match. That's how difficult it is to play a lone striker in the team that hardly gives that attacking options.
Very difficult indeed. And then you have Simon Daniel driving forward and gives the ball. That is to Paulus Amtenya. Beautiful defense there by Kensa Beni, that is captain of KK Palace. You have Petrus Natangwe on the ball, gives it to Siririka. Another return pass there. Siririka gives it. That is to Nesta. Nesta Yambo stumbles on his feet. And KK Palace win the ball.
You are not in the game. Not in the game.
It's a well-balanced game so far. You can see both teams are protecting the midfield of the park. No one is dictating anything in the middle of the park, because that's where the pressing, the harassments are happening in the middle of the field.
You are always almost pointing the ball, but you are not reaching out. Stay in the half space.
I mean, Elias Ambongo, one of the only players. The ball goes to Simon Daniel there. He gets another opportunity to cross the ball and he cuts it back and he doesn't find a UNAM player. I mean, this is the second time that Simon Daniel finds himself in a promising position here. UNAM could definitely start taking advantage of this. Wasteful cross there.
You need to be in the box.
Simon Daniels, what a pace, what a pace. The overlap and the cross back. Everyone needs to know in the team. It's coming from the practice.
Of course.
Everyone should expect that ball coming behind the defense.
I mean, Marvin, you of course have, there is Ekanjo, one of the defenders of UNAM, and as well as Nesta, Yambo, and of course Hambongo, that are one of the only three players here that are called up by Colin. Do you think they have to impress Colin now here in this game, or is it a matter of protecting themselves to ensure they don't get injured?
No. Their first priority is to make good for the team, for their teams, for their respective teams. So they need to give everything here, so that they
Hambongo there with a chance, and he blasts it up. And that was his opportunity to impress. That is the national team coach, of course.
No, definitely. It was a good cross, and I think he caught it with his laces instead of placing it inside in the far corner.
There you have Ekanjo playing out from the back, trying to locate Vino Mandero, but not the best of passes there. KK Palace captain wins the team another throwing there.
The centre backs are so comfortable on the ball. The way they are passing the ball, rotating that ball at the back and playing through the midfield. That's UNAM for you.
This just shows that is something they do on a daily basis. I mean, UNAM is known as the team that plays out from the back, builds up all the way to the front. And there you have, of course, Nesta on the ball, spreading play. Again, that is to Simon Daniel. Simon Daniel takes on the KK Palace defender there. Beautiful turn there by, and then Vino Mandero trying the bicycle kick there. And it's a foul. That is against the KK Palace defender. Vino Mandero well located by the pass. That is by Paulo Samtenya. We don't know whether it was a pass or a shot. There you have it, a beautiful turn by Paulus, and it was indeed a cross, and he tries the bicycle kick and just doesn't connect as good as he wanted it to. Another opportunity, Marvin.
As you can see, I think it was a good opportunity, but his first touch, Vino's first touch was let him down a bit. That's why the ball, he ended up kicking a bicycle kick, which caused a free kick as well.
And Bongo's fouls, there is Simon Daniel there.
Simon Daniels is enjoying himself.
Definitely getting a lot of freedom up and down that wing. And there you have Ambongo on the ball. he tries to make a pass there. Well intercepted, and Paulus is now on the ball. There you have Andreas on the ball, and he loses it to Nesta. Nesta Yambo charges down the wing. Nesta Yambo beats one player, beats two players, and the referee says play on. It's not a foul. Things definitely getting interesting here at the UNAM Stadium. If you're just joining us, we've played there is 23 minutes. It's UNAM FC versus King Kauluma Football Club, and it's still 0-0.
Certain, I'm not sure whether there's some UNAM players that are injured, or you can see the bench. They keep on warm-upping, going for a warm-up.
Yeah, Vino in the box there, and he gives it to Paulus. Paulus with an opportunity to whip in across, and he decides to play short, and he gets it back. I mean, Marvin, this is what type of confidence is this that these guys have, that even in the other box, they are able to connect passes.
Yeah, you can see the combination between Paulus and Simon. There's some synergy that's coming from there, whereby they keep on finding each other in those tight areas as well. But you score to win games.
Of course.
You don't win games by doing yourself.
And there you have, unfortunately, Vixen loses the ball there, trying to take on that is Akanjo, and Akanjo just showing some power there against him. There you have another cross. Well intercepted there. Had he not intercepted that ball, Vino Mandero was right behind him, ready to tuck in that ball.
It's like Paulus, Simon on this side, Nesta and Ronaldo on that side. They are running the show.
They are definitely running the show. That was a beautiful cross by Ronaldo, of course. And it's a cross there by Nesta. Well defended by KK Palace. Now Vixen gets an opportunity to put the defender under pressure, and he gets a ball in the box. He gets beautiful recovery that is by Onesimus Martin. For a moment it looked like he had lost the ball, but he did well to recover there.
Brilliant defending, brilliant defending. That's how you defend.
Wow.
You put your body between the opponents and the ball. That's the only way you defend, especially in the box, to avoid penalties.
It was definitely a beautiful defending there by Onesimus Martin. And there, of course, you have the gaffer, that is Robert Nosep, yelling instructions to say that the team is playing risky football at the back.
Stop following the guy. Back the stage.
KK Palace playing out from the back with their captain, that is Ken Sabeni. And he brings it wide to Philippus and back to the goalkeeper, that is Ronald Johannes. Vixen Benny tries to locate Hambongo. Hambongo's first touch lets him down there and gives UNAM an opportunity to build from the back again. A reckless back pass there finds Vixen. Now Andreas with an opportunity. Vixen with an opportunity to tuck it in. Hambongo with a touch. And it's a goal for KK Palace. UNAM self-destruction there. And KK Palace punishes them through jersey number 10, the ever so reliable Hambongo. Marvin, this was self-destruction by UNAM here. I mean, they had the ball, and it was a bad back pass. There you have it there.
There you have it. I think that's Hambongo, the composure. You can see he took his time. He knew the goalkeeper was out of the goal, so the plays were so easy. But the ball definitely came from UNAM that lost or played the back pass to KK Palace players. That's how you get punished. You make one mistake, you get punished.
Of course, we've been saying here that UNAM's confidence could be their downfall, and it proves there again that they were being too casual, and Ambongo makes the one opportunity he gets count there. Now it's over to UNAM to see how they'll respond to this goal down.
That's the difference. You can have the ball position. The ball position can be 70 to 30 like we are seeing now, but the conviction from KK Palace, that was brilliant.
No, absolutely brilliant. Taking the only opportunity they have. I mean, there you have it. Vixen tried there, the goalkeeper saved, and Ambongo said, I don't need two opportunities. This is all I need, and he makes it count.
It looks so easy, the finishing, it looks so easy, but for you to get there, for you to be at the right time, at the right place,
Of course.
it's those runs, you need to make those runs on a daily basis, every minute into that 18 box.
Those are, of course, the margins in football. You don't take your chances, you get punished. And that's exactly what KK Palace does do there. Of course, as it stands, this result takes KK Palace, that is to 41 points, within 3 points of Ongos, who find themselves on 44 points after today's draw. Tabak loses the ball there, but of course there is Kelvin to cover him. There you have Nesta on the ball, and Nesta finds Siririka. Siririka to Ekanjo there. Beautiful pass out to Ronaldo, what a control there. And he whips in across, just too far ahead of Vino Mandero. Paulus not giving up on the ball, and he gets it there. And it's a goal kick for KK Palace. Now, Marvin, of course, UNAM cannot hold back anymore here, cannot take things easy. They need to come out and try to equalize. And of course, with coming out, they risk leaving gaps at the back there that KK Palace can take advantage of.
It's too early to come back. The only thing that UNAM can do now as well is to get the ball as much as possible into the attacking third as well. Because now currently they only playing from behind or in the middle of the park. They are not creating enough goal scoring chances.
So what you're saying is that they are busy in all the wrong areas.
100%. You can see the balls are always wide out. They are not bringing quality crosses for Vino Mandero to attack or for something to happen in the 18 box.
There you have Petrus Natango on the ball, and that pass is just too long there for Nesta Yambo.
I like the aggression, the KK Palace aggression in the middle of the park. They are not leaving anything for chance. Once the UNAM player gets the ball, the pressing, the attacking, the tackles that they are not allowing UNAM to settle down in the middle.
Definitely the fight of the eights there, that is between Tabak and Paulus Amtenya in the middle of the park there. And so far, Tabak coming out on top, to be quite honest. There you have Paulus Amtenya and gives the ball to Daniel. And And Daniel takes on his man and goes past him like he wasn't even there. And he returns it to Amtenya. And Amtenya is fouled. You mentioned this synergy between Amtenya and Daniel. This is definitely something they can, take advantage of.
100%. You can see 2 touches, 1, 2, it goes to Paulus. Paulus touches 1, and it's out to Simon. The combination, it's working. However, still in the wrong areas.
Of course.
Because if you compare both teams, KK Palace don't have ball position, but they have been in UNAM's 18 box more than 5 times. UNAM with all the ball positions, hardly threatening the KK Palace.
There you have just a foul that was committed against Paulus there. UNAM now with an opportunity to whip a ball into the KK Palace box, of course, and perhaps find out what the KK Palace goalkeeper is made of. It seems like Ronaldo and Daniel are the ones lining up for this free kick, and it's Daniel that whips in the free kick, trying to locate Vino Mandero, but the ball just too high there for him. Simon Daniel with the ball again, and he whips in a cross there. And the KK Palace goalkeeper knocks the ball far away for Nesta to collect. And of course, Ronaldo on the ball now. Another cross there. Oh! Paulus Amtenya with an opportunity, and he scores! What was the KK Palace goalkeeper thinking there? UNAM FC equalized, and it's 1-1 here at the UNAM Stadium. Captain Fantastic leading his team from the front there.
That's how you get punished. You make a mistake, you get punished. It was a very, very easy ball for the goalkeeper. We can see the repeat.
I mean, there you have it. It looked like a normal cross. The goalkeeper decides to go for it, and he doesn't get it over his crossbar. And Paulus Amtenya doesn't need a second opportunity there, and he puts it away. 2 mistakes, 2 goals.
100%. You can see the goalkeeper was trying to catch the ball. It's very long, it's a very high ball. He's trying to catch it, and it slipped out of his hands, hit the crossbar, and Paulus was there.
I mean, it all goes down to decision making there. I mean, the previous ball that he knocked away with his fist, that one he could have even caught. But this one that he's supposed to knock away or just over his crossbar, he decides to catch it.
And once again, certain crosses, that's how important crosses are, especially when they are going into the 18 box. That's what difference the corners bring to a game.
And of course, with Vino Mandero's height presence there, UNAM should be exploiting those crosses more. And KK Palace takes the cross, and it goes to Vilo. Vilo with an opportunity to knock the ball in there, and he knocks it in, and it knocks it out of play.
It's good to be young. It's very good to be young. Look at Simon. The way he has been running since the beginning. He's so relaxed. He's so relaxed.
And he doesn't even look tired yet.
He's only getting started now. I remember my days on that line. I couldn't breathe like that after 30 minutes, 35 minutes, and no. You can see his fitness level, it's up there as well.
Of course. And I mean, it's after all that running, his shirt is still, of course, tucked in. Very disciplined player, it seems there. Drawing inspiration, of course, from the Namibian national team captain, Peter Shalulile. Ronaldo with a throw for UNAM. And Vilo with the header there. He tries to find... They try to locate Hambongo. The pass just not as precise as it should be. And UNAM now have an opportunity to build from the back with, that is Ekanjo. Kanjo gives the ball away.
Okay.
What he said is the last 6 minutes, last 6 minutes, 7 minutes of the game. You need to be very focused, very concentrated, especially at the back. The last 5 minutes of the match or of the half, because now the defenders tend to be very comfortable, and that's where you make mistakes.
You of course want to go into the half without heavy consideration. There you have Simon Daniel with the ball, and he plays it off a KK Palace player, and he's chasing again. This boy is running the whole game, but a foul committed there, of course. And of course, there you have him running back again. This guy is full of energy. And the referee calls him back here. He's running to the referee as well. This guy keeps running.
That's how a young man should run. That's how you run. Yeah, so it's a foul. Luckily, it's in the very, very advanced area for him. That's why he couldn't even get a yellow card for it.
They said that Colin Benjamin is looking for runners in the national team. This boy is running. You have Ambongo on the ball there. There you have Vixen on the ball, and he gives it to Andreas. Andreas tries to find Vilo there, and Vilo gives it to the back, and the KK Palace go to the back again. They're trying to build from with their captain, that is Ken Sabeni. And it's a goal kick for UNAM FC.
UNAM, they will always start the ball from behind. That's so in their nature. They are so comfortable playing that ball from behind. It's so lovely to watch them. The build-up, they are built up. I think the biggest problem is like the loose ball. That's where they are losing their momentum in the middle of the park.
Of course, but definitely beautiful build-up play there, owing to the work, of course, of their gaffer, Robert Nosep, and that is Dudes Velem Mwedihanga. A throw-in being taken, that is by Simon Daniel.
Bongo has been gone quiet since he scored the goal. He's very quiet now. He just need to start making those runs that he
was making in the beginning.
100%.
There you have UNAM again. That is going back to Erastus Mulundu. And Erastus gives the ball to Joseph Bonifatius, who then finds Ronaldo. Ronaldo with an opportunity to attack, and he puts in a cross there, finding nobody in the box.
It's been 30 minutes. Vino hasn't touched the ball. That's how difficult the KK Palace has been closing him down. They have been keeping a close eye on him. He's not touching the ball or making any valuable runs for the last 30 minutes.
Looks like Ken Sabeni was given one instruction and one instruction only, and that is that Vino Mandero must not give issues at the back there. That ball just running out of play there.
The spaces for KK Palace, if they want to create something, it's on wide out behind the fullbacks, because the fullbacks are playing like or they are wingbacks. They are going to advance, so the chances are behind there.
So there are definitely pockets that they can try to take advantage of there. And with players as smart as Ambongo, they should be looking to take advantage of this. Tabak plays from the back there, and he gives it to his captain. Captain then gives it, that is to Philippus. Philippus loses the ball. There is wheel of KK Palace on the ball. And is dispossessed then. It's a throwing for UNAM being taken. That is by Ronaldo. Paulo Samtenya on the ball. That was almost a through pass by Siririka, but the referee was not quick enough to get out of the way there, and he calls the play back for UNAM. Siririka gives the ball, that is to Ronaldo. Ronaldo with an opportunity to whip in across again, and he goes past his man. He's in the box, and it's a corner.
That was a very good run, from Ronaldo. You can see he's a very, very pacey wing back as well.
Wasted chance there by UNAM, who had an opportunity to whip in that cross and decided to play short, and KK Palace cleared the ball there.
It's a second corner that they have been wasting like that, playing it short, and then they are not bringing the final product.
And that must be frustrating for a player as tall as Vino Mandero, because those are the type of balls he thrives on. Paulus on the ball, and he tries to find Vino there. But Philippus gets there before him.
That's the brilliancy of Paulus, the captain. The work rate, he has so much high work rate indeed.
No, definitely. There you have Nesta with a shot! Just above the crossbar there. Truly a talented player, that is Nesta, of course, one of the players called up by Colin Benjamin. There is 3 minutes added here, stoppage time, first half. UNAM trying to find a lead here before they go into halftime. And the ball is with the ever-running Simon Daniel. Vixen with the ball here with an opportunity to take on Ekanjo, and he decides to look for Ambongo. Paulus trying to push him back. Oh, Vixen on the ball there. What a miss by Vixen. All he needed to do was place that ball, and he decided to go for the near post.
Watch Bogani's touch. Putiseti, watch Bogani's touch.
What a beautiful touch there to put Vixen one-on-one with the goalkeeper. That was an opportunity for KK to steal the lead there before halftime. And now the ball is with Ronaldo. Ronaldo's cross just too hard there. Captain Ken Sabeni there with an opportunity to launch the ball. Nesta with the ball there, and he drives forward and he cuts it back. Ken Sabeni there again. Andreas with the ball and he cuts it back to Tabang. Tabang with trying to locate Vixen again. That ball just too hard there.
The transition from KK Palace, from defense into attack. They are taking seconds to get from defense into the attacking third.
not giving UNAM an opportunity to get back there. Another chance there for Ronaldo to whip it in, and he gives it to Siririka. Siririka across there. Nesta almost connects with that ball. Goalkeeper looked very unsure there in the 18 area. A foul there on Paulus Amtenya. An opportunity for them to whip the ball in here.
No, but over, Marathon, over, una kudrapa, sama situation na, ili na, over tayo na amen. Shashmeife, oi, ma kusi kusana kwenye balipen. Na la nyo kia penye wasi hapa hii.
An opportunity there for Simon Daniel to whip it in. And it looks like it will be Ronaldo that will be whipping in this corner. That is for UNAM FC. Ronaldo whips it in straight to the goalkeeper in the safe hands of Ronald Johannes. And the referee says that he has seen enough. It is a halftime here at the UNAM Stadium. It is UNAM FC 1, KK Palace 1. What a half, Marvin.
It's a fair result. It's a fair result. Looking at the opportunities that KK Palace had, looking at UNAM's ball positions, it's really a fair result so far. But UNAM needs to switch on if they want to get 3 points.
Of course. I mean, the difference here is, of course, Ambongo and Paulus, who are the ones that scored the goals that both emanated. That is from mistakes from the back there. That is by the defense of UNAM and, of course, the goalkeeper of KK Palace. Coaches both have to decide now what approach they will take for the second half. It's UNAM FC 1, KK Palace 1. We will now be going into a short break as we look at some of the highlights of the first half there. There you have it. We are about to commence, that is, with the second half here at the UNAM Stadium. It's a jam-packed stadium. The weather is beautiful. An overview of, that is the capital city there. Of course, it is UNAM FC 1, KK Palace 1. Interesting to find out what exactly it is the coaches told the players. Marvin, from your playing days, of course, here, what do the coaches say at halftime when it's 1-1?
For KK Palace, they just need to go for it. They just need to go for it. The third place, second place, it's in the reach. It's very, very much in the reach because their last 5 games, out of their last 5 games, 4 games are at home. So if they can get 6 points today,
then it will be a favorable position.
Favorable positions. For UNAM, top 8 position is there, so they also need to go for it.
There we go, kicking off the second half. There is Tabang, and they launch the ball immediately there. And it's in the safe hands, that is of Erastus Mulundu. The ball is now with Bongani, and Tabak taking over where he left off in the first half, and Captain Ken Sabeni launches the ball there, but just a little too far. Oh, he got the ball, and KK win the throwing there. Of course, Kalaluka Kalumbweke came on and is already seeming to be having enterprising energy. And it's across there for KK Palace. What a save by the goalkeeper! Follow up! The goalkeeper literally putting his fingers on the line there.
There is no man there.
It was a beautiful cross there.
Why are you picking up?
Hickson with an opportunity to. There was that cross there by Vilo. And of course it was Romeo there with an opportunity.
It seems to me that both goalkeepers are struggling with crossballs.
And this should of course motivate the teams to whip in those crosses as much as possible. And UNAM launched the ball there with Paulo Samtenya after a shaky start by UNAM. Tampang with the ball there. He gets an opportunity to find Ambongo. Ambongo with a beautiful touch, and Romeo toe pokes the ball, trying to find Vixen. Vixen cuts it back. They are looking for a penalty. The referee says there is nothing there. Of course, no privilege of VAR. So the referee's decision is final. There you have it there. Romeo toe poking that ball, of course. And Vixen trying to. No, there was no handball there. Those arms were tucked in close to the body. And it's a corner that is for KK Palace. Corner whipped in there. Kalumbweke there. And Kalumbweke just knocks the ball wide there. Definitely had an opportunity to cause UNAM some troubles there.
Yeah, you can see KK Palace started the second half a bit with more energy, more creativity. Now they had two changes already, just in less than 2 minutes time.
Could be that the coach told him that they have an opportunity to go in front here, so they should take it. Nesta turning up the magic in the middle of the park. There you have Paulo Samtenya running into a brick wall there. And that is Ken Sabeni. And Romeo there. He finds Kalumbweke. Kalumbweke takes it to the left and shots. That was close. He nearly deceived the goalkeeper there. It looked like he was taking it wide, and he hit it, that is, to the near post, Marvin.
Yeah, that's the action replay. I think it was a good shot, but because the corner was tight, he should choose to go the far corner instead of the near post.
Of course, Kalumweke, of course, coming on in the second half, and his energy is proving to be the difference in this game here. Of course, you have, that is the UNAM captain there in the form of Paulus Amtenya down. A man that hardly goes down, so it must be something serious there.
And look where Paulus is lying, where he's receiving the attention, the medical attention. The transition from KK Palace, where they took that ball into the chances that they created. That's how quick they transition.
You've definitely been mentioning this transition, and it seems like it's something that KK Palace have definitely worked on in the training ground, and it takes a lot of energy to transition so quickly, and some level of fitness as well. Of course, there the crowd, they're here at UNAM Stadium. That looks like the yellow, who sometimes tend to support, that is both Chula Chula and KK Palace. Ball goes out for a throwing there by KK Palace, and they give it away to Vino. Vino tracking back there, and he loses the ball. And the ball is launched to Vixen. Vixen gives it to Kalumweke. Kalumweke to Vilo. Vilo with an opportunity to cross. And he gives Don Bongo. Not as effective as we thought. Tabang there, running things in the middle, and he switches play, finding the ever-present head of Onesmus Martin. Nesta with the ball. Nesta one-on-one, and he gives it to Ronaldo. Nesta gets the ball back. Nesta seems tired there. He doesn't go to the ball, and instead commits a foul.
I'm not sure what's happening, or maybe it's too early. UNAM's players are looking a bit lethargic, a bit tired. Their movement, especially from Nesta. You expected him to run with the ball or to take the fullback on, but yeah, I think they are a bit lethargic currently.
Let's see there if that will improve, because it seems like it is KK Palace with all the energy in the second half. And it's dispossessed there by Siririka. Siririka finds Nesta. Nesta is one-on-one. Nesta loses the ball again. And they find, of course, Vixen. Vixen turns and is dispossessed. That is by Onesmus Martin, who then finds Paulus, who's also dispossessed.
Vixen, he's holding the ball quite well. I think he just need to work on his final touch, just to bring in the other players to come assist him.
That is definitely the difference between Vixen and Vino at the moment.
Both teams are recycling the ball quite well. As soon as it's close in the middle, they can play back and restart that play again, which they are doing quite good.
Indeed. Vino with the ball there. Vino dressed in front there. An opportunity for him to show his pace. And he gives it to Nesta. Nesta finds there is Ronaldo. Ronaldo with an opportunity to face up Vilo here. Vino coming to assist. Vino should be in the box there, because otherwise they won't be able to whip in this cross. He's the target. Joseph Bonifatius showing that he can do a little bit more than defending there, turning on the style. Paulus finds Siririka. Siririka finds Nesta, who starts to let him down. The ball is now with Ronaldo. Ronaldo overruns the ball there. Simon Daniel with the ball there. He was very energetic in the first half. Let's see if he'll be able to replicate that energy in this second half. And there is again Captain Kensa Beni. Kensa has been very, very solid at the back there, Marvin, for KK Palace.
Very solid, and he can read the game quite well as well. It looks as if he's not making lots of effort, but his positioning, the way he's reading the game is quite good.
Of course, there you have Ronaldo there, always looking for his right foot. And Joseph Bonifatius loses the ball there, but they have it back through their goalkeeper, Mulundu.
The midfield battle, it looks as if the first 10 minutes goes to KK Palace. Pogani is running the show. He is really running the middle of the park at the moment.
Paulus whips in across there, and it's a corner. Again, Ken Sapeni, the man is everywhere.
Read your game and understand who is this, who is this, and then you play based to that.
Of course, if you're just hearing some background noise there, it's the gaffer of UNAM, that is Dudes Velem with the hunger yelling instructions. I'm sure sometimes these guys just want to go onto the pitch to show them how it's done when they're struggling. Simon with an opportunity to whoop the ball in, and it's too long, disappointingly too long. I mean, UNAM has really been disappointing from their set pieces, Marvin.
Third short corner, third waste from UNAM side. I don't know why they are playing the short corners. The big guys, the center backs have come up to come hit those balls, but the balls are not coming into the box.
I mean, if that approach is not working, surely they should change it up. There you have Paulo Samtenya saying to Tabang there, show me your number. Simon Daniel there, going all the way back to Bonifatius. Bonifatius finds Ronaldo out wide. Nesta finds Natangwe Petrus. Don't know whether that was a shot or an attempted pass, but it goes all the way to the KK Palace goalkeeper, who also makes a poor distribution there. Quite unnecessary, and they lose the ball, and they are under pressure again. Beautiful 10 there by Paulo Samtenya. Gives it to Siririka, who then finds Nesta. Ronaldo now.
Just watch KK Palace midfielders. As soon as UNAM gets into their half, everyone starts to pick man to man. And the pressure, they are putting the pressure, the aggression to win the ball back.
Definitely takes a lot of determination, a lot of fitness, a lot of commitment. And there you have Nesta with the ball now. And he finds, that is of course Natangwe. Natangwe finds Nesta again. Nesta turns. The ball lost again there by Natangwe. And now it's Kalumbweke. Kalumbweke with a touch.
The transition. The
That was
transition.
quick transition there again. Kalumbweke has brought a lot of energy down this right wing of KK Palace. And now you have Paulo Samtenya on the ball with an opportunity to whip it in for Vino. Again, ball cleared there.
So certain Paulus goes wide. Your top man, your striker, your number 9, the Vino, he needs to attack the first post.
Of course. And there you have, of course, that chance that Kalumbweke was having there, just knocking the ball. That is past Onesmus Martin, and the goalkeeper just out quickly there.
Okay.
Vino definitely needs to attack the near post there, especially if, or maybe he was expecting Paulus to put the cross up high.
But it's too close to the goalkeeper. So as soon as he go high, the goalkeeper has a better chance of winning that ball than Vino.
Of course.
So
of course.
you expect the striker, your number 1 striker, to always run that first post, because he's more closer to the play than anyone else.
Of course, Vino still a young man with an opportunity to learn, of course. Trying to find Paulo Samtenya with the first touch there. His first touch just took him too wide. Paulo Samtenya trying to beat his man. And it's a goal kick.
His first touch let him down. As you can see, I think the control a bit too wide.
And of course, in other matches there we have, that is Okanja United leading 3-0 against Nampo. Another shocker there. And then you have, of course, the Blue Waters leading 4-0 against Life Fighters. That is in Wallfish Bay, and it's second half as well in that match. Rundu is it's a stalemate there between Rundu and Tigers. Both teams, of course, desperate for 3 points there. And it's, of course, second half. So both teams will be going for it. You now have Daniel going into the half there, and he crosses. Vino with a chance, and it's a header. He gets there before the goalkeeper. Marvin, if there's something I never understand in football, is how a goalkeeper who's going with his arms is beaten by a striker who's going with his head.
Most of the times it's confidence. You need the goalkeeper to have confidence to go out and punch that ball. That's the only reason that why most of them they keep on losing the ball. They are going with their hands, yet they are losing the ball.
And both keepers, of course, not showing the best of confidence to mark their territory there.
That guy is going to get the ball.
Once again, Vino needs to attack that first post. It's the only way he's getting that ball, especially when it's in a tight position.
Yes.
The ankle, it's a bit tight. He needs to come out and get or attack that first post.
Onesmus with the ball again. It seems he's getting into the game now. Ball cleared, and it's with Ambongo. Ambongo tries to find Kalumbweke there, but well intercepted. Ronaldo with the ball there. Gives it to Siririka, who then finds Natangwe. Kalumbweke wins the throw there for KK Palace. There you have Vixen on the ball. Kalumbweke says, gives it to Ambongo. Ambongo goes all the way back to Philippus. Oh, beautiful school there by Nesta. And Nesta tries to find Vino. Vino! All he had to do was put it past the goalkeeper. Beautiful play by the KK Palace goalkeeper there.
Beautiful play, beautiful play. And it came from Nesta. He held the ball, he carried the ball quite well, and once Vino was in the right position, he released that ball quite well. Quite well. And the goalkeeper was very quick to come out.
Very quick indeed. Do you think he should have rounded the goalkeeper there?
The goalkeeper was too close to round him off as well.
Mbongo turning on the style. There you have Bonifacius playing out from the back.
Bongo needs to be more effective. You can turn and turn and turn, but you need to be more effective. He needs to release the ball. He needs to take a shot, but he must be decisive. That's the only way he can help his team today.
Goalkeeper almost making a mistake there. This is all about who makes most of the mistakes. I mean, all he had to do was control that ball there. Luckily, he wasn't in front of his goal there, Marvin.
Yes, he was very lucky. He's very, very fortunate, eh? Siriga has been very quiet in this game as well. I can understand the replacement as well.
It's a corner by Nesta. And this time they decide to go direct. Much better from UNAM FC there.
Bring it back in, no power. Just send it back in.
Yeah, that's the mistake. The back pass from the captain back to his goalkeeper, but the control. That's why you always tell the young people, you control the ball with your inside foot.
It looks like Kalumbweke is standing on the style here. Marvin, these guys that are playing modern football here, they tend to want to control the ball with the outside of their feet, and that is never a confident way to go about it. It can go wrong, and horribly wrong.
100%, especially for a goalkeeper as well.
Nesta there with the ball. Nesta tenting. And he tries to toe poke it there. The ever-present Ken Sabeni. Paulus Benny.
That's the change from Nesta. I think it took long to convert that. But Ken Sabeni was at the right time, at the right place to kick the ball out.
Simon Daniel with an opportunity to whip in a corner here. Of course, it was Paula Shikongo coming in for Vichy Himsa Siririka. And it's a throwing for UNAM FC. What can the clever boys conjure up here to get a victory in their home ground, that is against the pride of Ondangwa, KK Palace, who are trying to get those ever so vital 3 points away from home. Of course, KK Palace trying to strengthen. That is their attack. Simon Daniel gets the ball out to Natangwe.
Will never look for you because you are never interested.
Across now, opportunity for Simon Daniel. Not too far there. Not sure if the goalkeeper was sure before he left that ball.
Now put it back.
Simon Daniel needs to work on one thing, his deliveries. As soon as he start working on his delivery, he can be one of the best fullbacks in this country, Butiseti.
Because he definitely finds himself in all the right positions there, and he has the energy.
And one thing that young people need to understand is that a cross is a pass. You just need to find your teammate.
Your teammate.
Yes.
And it can lead to an assist, which can lead
100%.
to a decisive goal. There you have Romeo again intercepting that pass. Misplaced pass there.
Lester, you know why we are not playing? Because Ronaldo is
That was a change from Vino. You see how close the goalkeeper was. I think it was difficult for Vino to just round off the goalkeeper, but it was a brilliant run from him.
Of course. He needs to do more of that. Now, of course, it's Paulo Samtenya. There you have Nesta. Nesta finds Daniel. Daniel takes a shot. And it's deflected by Romeo. It's a corner kick for UNAM. That player definitely, Romeo, in pain. A lot of pain.
Yeah, I believe he missed control, or he tried to control the ball, but it hits his ankle or so. And that can be very painful.
So many fans came out here to support their teams today. This is exactly what we want to see, filling up the stadiums. You have the Chula Chula players there, of course, looking at their fellow traveling team from the north.
Romeo has been brilliant. In the middle of the park has been very brilliant. Winning balls, distributing, helping with the transition, especially when they are coming from defense into attack, releasing those quality passes out wide.
Definitely there. And there you have, of course, Romeo trying to intercept the pass by. And there you have it there. I think maybe his leg was just too loose when the ball came.
100%, because it was not on the ground. He was in the movement of going to put the foot down. That's how he got injured, because there was no pressure.
We can't tell you to get it. If it's not a head injury, the game must go on. As simple as that. The game must continue.
Looks like he hurt his ankle there.
Sometimes you check it right.
I mean, it was Simon Daniel there attempting a shot, and Romeo blocked it there, but it seems his foot was not firm on the ground, perhaps causing him to hurt his ankle. Another corner opportunity there by Ronaldo.
Ronaldo needs to deliver the ball quite close to the goalkeeper, because the goalkeeper is already showing the shakiness, so they just need to put him under pressure.
And maybe Vino can get onto this one. And that was a beautiful attempt there by Paulo Shilongo, who just came onto the field. Now Vilo. Not sure if he saw a KK Palace player outside the field there, because that was a wayward pass. Paulus gets the ball. It is now UNAM. They are attacking.
And Jetson, you must watch how Paulus and Simon are playing. As soon as the ball goes wide and the defenders are running towards their goal, Paulus or Simon needs to deliver that ball as soon as possible before the defenders get into their positions of defending. And every time they make a touch, as soon as you make a touch, you give the defenders a chance to recover, to regroup, to start communicating, to start picking up. They need to start releasing that ball quicker in order for Vino to attack those balls.
Of course. The goalkeeper goes long there for a change. Nesta just caught napping there.
Natangwe, they call him Shikoksa. Shikoksa needs to play a bit faster, a bit quicker. He's a defensive, he's a very good. He's comfortable on the ball, but he needs to release the ball quicker as well.
Of course. There was that opportunity, of course, by Shilongo. Beautiful header, but in the safe hands of Ronald.
No, Romeo. For Romeo, I think he's done. He can't cope because that injury that he sustained with that block, I think he's struggling.
Definitely. He'll definitely be a big loss there by KK Palace in the middle of the park.
I believe they are also ready to make subs for him as well. He wants to continue, but I don't think the injury is allowing him to. Last 12 minutes of the game. Now that's where you need your defenders to switch on, to keep switching on. There's no time to lose a concentration this time around, because as soon as you lose concentration, you make a mistake, you get punished.
So no room for error.
No room for error.
There we have UNAM playing out from the back with Mulundu, goalkeeper, and they find Daniel, who tries to find Paulus. And Shilongo finds another opportunity! What a save! What a save! What a save by Ronald Johannes. Keep denying Vino again there. Vino probably wondering what he should do. And KK in the attack to Vixen. And Vixen goes down.
Was it a good save or was it a waste? I think this time around Vino was close to either round it off or lift the ball a bit higher as well, because the goalkeeper was already on the ground.
Of course.
He just needed a chip, for the ball to go a bit over the goalkeeper.
Just there you have Nesta there, and had he rounded that goalkeeper, it would have been an open net. It would have been an open. It's a cross there by KK Palace. It's in the safe hands of Mulundu. And Mulundu goes long for the first time, trying to find Paulus. And there you have Shilongo. And Simon Daniel is fouled there.
UNAM has started punching holes into KK Palace defense, especially between the KK Palace midfielders and defense. There's a hole, there's pockets of holes where Nesta is picking up those balls, where Paulus is running into. They need to minimize that gap between the defense and the midfield. Otherwise, they will get punished, especially by Nesta. The way he's picking up those positions.
Of course.
That's how we get the Shashi.
And it's a free kick by another wayward free kick. Another waste there.
Runner, come wide. Come wide. Come, son, come.
Nesta there on the ball. Nesta turning left, turning right. Finds Natangwe. Oh, dangerous crossfield play there. That was definitely dangerous play.
Play forward.
Yeah, pure frustration from Vixen. If the striker is not getting balls, the one ball they get after 10 minutes, they tend to do that. Yeah, this should have been a foul because it was very close, and the elbow, the defender is using an elbow, you can see there.
That was definitely an elbow to the face there. Lucky not to concede a penalty. That is Sean that just came on now. And it's Nesta.
Nesta keep receiving that second ball, especially when either it's coming from the striker or it's coming from their own midfielders.
Kalungweke trying to find. Again, the goalkeeper indecisive there. And that ball could have gone anywhere. Luckily for Mulundu, that ball went wide. It is now Erastus, or rather Simon Daniel on the ball. Simon Daniel gets it back from his captain. There you have Paulus, gives it to Daniel.
Come next.
The goalkeeper tried to avoid the corner there, but that was the chance for Kalungweke again, who's been quite troublesome ever since he came on. UNAM play the corner shot. They give it to Paulus. Paulus stands there and he's fouled. Another free kick. Paulos on the ball there and gives it to Daniel.
Come, Nesta, wide, Nesta, come, Nesta, come. Bonnie, Ellie, ball.
UNAM rotate the ball, gives it to Nesta. Nesta foul there.
The game is getting very physical, very, very physical.
Indeed. Paulus turning off the afterburners there. And he finds Sean. Sean is in an offside position.
Paulus had a very, very good game today.
No, definitely.
He has been full of running, picking up those dangerous spots for his team to play from as well. He has been very creative today.
No, definitely. Nesta trekking back there for his team and winning the ball back. It is now with Paulus in the middle of the park. Paulus driving forward, and he gives it to Ronaldo. Ronaldo gets the goal for UNAM FC. It's an assist for Paulus Amtenya. And KK Palace lose concentration there. And they are punished by Ronaldo, who puts it in the back of the net for UNAM.
I told you, Setsen, last 10 minutes, the defenders need to be switched on at all times. It's a lack of concentration from behind, but a good run from Paulus. Look where he picks that ball up. 1, 2 defenders, and he released that ball for Ronaldo. That's a quality finish. You pick up a far post because the goalkeeper is already blocking the near post.
What a finish there. Ronaldo showing Vino Mandero exactly how it's supposed to be done from there. What should UNAM do now to ensure that this game ends 2-1, Marvin?
Last 3 minutes, they don't need to sit back that deep, but they need to protect the goal. They need to protect their goal now. They don't need to attack anymore. The wing backs, they can sit back and just marshal the pressure off. And they will have 3 points today. They just need to remain compact at the back.
Of course, all of those holes in the middle coming ever since Romeo left the pitch there. Kalumbweke showing a lot of energy there.
Go to the ball. Rana.
And once again, Setsen, the wing backs. That's how difficult it is to pick them up, because they are running from far and there is no one tracking with them. If you don't have a dedicated player tracking those full backs or those wing backs, you will struggle containing them. That's how Ronaldo found himself alone in the box as well.
And of course, the defenders never expecting the wing backs to find themselves in that position. So of course, looks like a sub being made there by UNAM FC. It looks like they want to tighten things at the back there. Taking off, that is Nesta Yamba also had a brilliant game. And bringing on Giovanni just to keep those energy levels up and ensure that the defense is well marshaled. What can Tabak do with this free kick here? Beautiful punch there by the UNAM keeper. And he wins a foul for his team and gives an opportunity for his team to catch a breather.
And you can see the idea from the coach, from Robert Nause. bringing in Giovanni, who's a left back. It's a clear indication they are going to defend or to protect their goal as well.
I mean, UNAM is coming at the back of 2 losses in Rundu last week, losing against Julinho and Rundu Chiefs, so they will try to do everything to get these 3 points here today.
100%. I think it has been long overdue for them as well. And today they have showed character. Coming from behind, from a 1-0 to leading 2-1, they have really showed character.
It's across there.
Look who's hitting the ball out. Paulus.
He's everywhere today. What a shot! In the safe hands of Mulundu. Paulus is everywhere today, Marvin. That is a captain's display there.
100%. The dedication and the willingness to die for his club. I think that's commendable. He really works his socks off. I think that's one of the key things that keeps on in the national team as well. It's his work rate.
KK Palace trying to find an equalizer there. And the ball is headed out. And it's 5 minutes at a time here. KK with another cross. And it's a header by Kalumbweke. Goalkeeper picking up some seconds there. And there was the shot. Luckily it was straight. It's a corner for UNAM FC. Exactly what they need.
It's that time of the match. They need to protect their goal, so they are protecting the ball.
There's absolutely no UNAM player in the KK Palace box.
They are not willing to deliver that ball. They will just play it short.
You can see it's a goal kick there for KK Palace.
Francis Benny has been brilliant. He has been brilliant at the back. Unfortunately, they are on the losing end of the game of today's game, but he has been brilliant in the defense.
Oh, definitely there. UNAM taking their time with everything. As you can see, the KK Palace players are even acting as ball boys, collecting all the balls here to ensure that play is resumed. UNAM is not even playing out from the back anymore. Seems like they'll be launching that ball.
No need to play from behind Stetson, just to avoid those unnecessary errors. That's why they are launching a long ball.
Finds Kalumbweke with a cross. Well dealt with by UNAM.
Kalumbweke, since he came on, he turned the game on as well. He has been down the flank, bringing those crosses. I think that's what they needed as well. I think the final ball hasn't been coming from their end as well.
Yeah. And Vilo whips in a cross there.
Hey!
And it's a shot! Another save by Mulundu. Mulundu saying he's not sleeping on duty. Well awake. What a double save there by Mulundu.
Lucas is hunting for Mulundu today. It's a second shot.
KK Palace looking for that equalizer. It's a cross. Saved by the goalkeeper. There you have that shot there. What a save. Another save by the goalkeeper. Good reactions by the UNAM keeper there. Literally 40 seconds to go in this game.
Force him back! Come out! Come out!
Beautiful header there by Giovanni.
Just few seconds. Just few seconds.
Giovanni seems like he can't move on there. Referee says play on. Referee says he has seen enough. That is the final whistle. The Clever Boys cause an upset here, coming from 1 goal behind to win it here in their home ground. It is UNAM FC 2, KK Palace, the pride of Ondangwa, humbled in the capital city, or rather outsmarted by the Clever Boys. There you have the fans saying they are leaving. Their one team picked up 1 point, the other team picked up 0 points. They are not happy, and that was some long travels from Oshana region. It is UNAM 2, KK Palace 1. Marvin, what a snatch by UNAM.
What a snatch, what a snatch. I think UNAM really deserve it. Second half, they started very slow, but they built up momentum. And I think they started moving into, or playing into the right channels of the match as well. That's how they started creating goals. Because the goals could have been more. 2 from Vino, against 1v1 against the goalkeeper. So they had chances, especially towards the mid half of second half. It's a well-deserved 3 points.
Of course, UNAM coming off the back. There you have the stats there, of course, with possession playing with KK Palace. However, the most important part, which is the goals, is UNAM leading by 2 goals to 1. And of course, they're showing that most of the stats were in the favor of KK Palace, but they just couldn't get those goals there. The match here ends 2-1 at the UNAM Stadium. That is all we had for you here from the commentary booth from me, Setsen Nishidimbwa, and Marvin Katire. It is goodbye, Tokoloi Ponawa. We are now crossing over to Jovita.
Well, a dramatic end to the game here at the UNAM Stadium with the home side getting a last-minute goal in the 86th minute. That is the second half. And the game ends in a 2-1 victory. But that is UNAM FC against KK Palace, all the way from, that is, the north. Unfortunately, they couldn't get maximum points or keep their lead, as UNAM were really pressing for that result. I'm now joined by, of course, it is the coach of UNAM FC, Coach Robert Nauseb. Listen, congratulations first and foremost, but you still look very stressed.
No, I'm really stressed. But thank you, and congratulations to the boys. You know, for the past two months, we had a rough patch. The boys were going through a rough time. And this week, it was a good week for the boys. And I think they have turned the corner now. It's now for us to capitalize on all the home games that's left.
I mean, there was something that you indicated last time, that you guys were becoming the draw masters. But it seems like your luck is changing, and now it seems you're avoiding the draws and getting the last-minute victories.
I'm wearing my lucky shirt today. So every time I wear this one, I always get the win. So I'm back to my lucky shirt again. So, but look, the boys have been really work hard this past week. We went to go lose 2 games in Rundu, and we sit down and we look through what is it that we need to really do. And then we went back to our basics, play the way we play. You know, so the team is in a good space now that we have turned the corner. Tomorrow is a very, very tough one, and then we'll take it from there.
I wanted to talk about that one tomorrow against Eshoke. Let's talk about that encounter and, this back-to-back headers.
It's a very tough on the players, back-to-back games and very strong teams. You know, you can't underestimate teams like KK Palace. You know, they played very well. They shouldn't have even get an equalizer, as you see in the last minutes. But we had a good moments in the game, you know, that where we shouldn't have probably get four or five goals. But tomorrow, it's another big one. Obviously, we know how they play. They know how we play. But we will come and grind it out. It's now time to grind out all the results. The last 18 points, we have to grind it out.
Well, let me allow you to go bask in the victory. Congratulations once again, coach.
Thank you very much.
That is the coach of course, looking at it, UNAM FC home ground advantage. They are at home with KK Palace traveling all the way 800 kilometers to come and play this encounter. I'm now joined by the interim coach of KK Palace. Coach, tough day in the office today.
First of all, let me thank Almighty for the beautiful Saturday. Bad day in the office. We give it away last minute.
Let's talk about it started with a lead, and then a bit of the UNAM side was really pressing in the last few minutes for a goal.
Yeah, concentration. My boy, when they scored, they got. I think they got excited. Then we start giving away the balls unnecessary till we concede. If you see how we conceded, tough one. It's very tough, yeah. Tough one, yeah.
Let's talk about tomorrow, another tough one against the FC Ongos. Let's talk about that encounter. What is the plan for tomorrow?
For now, we are just going to rest and focus for tomorrow. Against Ongos, just motivation since it's a young side. My boys, inexperienced side. So I'm looking forward for tomorrow.
Well, coach, wishing you all the best for tomorrow's encounter.
Thank you.
That is the interim coach of that is KK Palace, Zakaria Kambonde, just giving us an insight. The tough day in the office, the excitement probably get the best of the boys. But nonetheless, the games do continue tomorrow here at the UNAM Stadium with both sides from the north will be taking on that is FC Ongos and UNAM once more. While it has been an exciting showdown of events as we're in the last couple of games before that is a season finale. And I can tell you right now, as the title race continues, it seems that all teams at the top three have gotten draws their first games for the weekend for round that is 23. Now tomorrow we anticipate another really exciting one as we get to see what the boys can do as the title race continues. Now relegation zone is also the other one to look out for, as Live Fighters and Tigers on the other side are also battling it out to get a good result. But nonetheless, the action continues. Please do follow us on our social media pages, NBC Sport on Instagram and Facebook. For myself, Jabita Kanjumba, and the incredible team here, it is a good afternoon.